Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. If you're tuning into this video, you're probably going to want to know what was found during the inspections of the motorhome we recently picked up. Now, if you didn't watch that video on the motorhome that we just picked up, we'll link that one up above. But in this video, we're going to talk about what was found during the inspection, why it's important to have a third-party inspection.
So if you don't know and you didn't see that video, we recently purchased a 2015 Newmar Dutch Star 4369, our favorite coach ever, and we're really excited about it. So check out that video and see the full tour that we did. We have always talked about, as Izzy said, the importance of a third-party RV inspection. So we actually, all totaled, had 4 inspections on this RV. So we started with ourselves. When we first went to look at the motorhome, we spent about 4 hours.
Yep.
The two of us, as he was outside, I was inside, and we were both looking at everything, and we found a number of things.
Quite a few, well, very similar to what the inspectors found also. They found a few other minor things, but the big items we picked up, which we're actually proud of ourselves for doing that.
So after our inspection, then where did we go next?
So then after that, we actually took it to a local dealership and they had a full chassis, well, actually full coach, but really why we did it was chassis inspection.
It's like a local, they do service. There's the service center also.
Right. So the reason why we did that is because a lot of the independent inspectors, they're not allowed to test drive, and they look at the chassis, but they don't really look at the chassis. So this place went through everything, the belts, the fluids, took it for a test drive, brakes, check engine light, any of that stuff, running codes, whatever. They did all that. We then hired an independent third-party inspector, more for the house version. They did some minor chassis stuff, but really more for the house version.
We used a third-party inspector that was local to RV Max down in Greenville, South Carolina. They were really wonderful. They found the things that we had brought to their attention, but also found a couple of other things that, again, is worth its weight in gold to have that third-party inspection, because we didn't see these, we didn't know these, and they found it. And it was really helpful in terms of getting them repaired before we picked up the coach. The last inspection was actually through wholesale warranties. So we have, as many of you know, we use wholesale warranties. We've been very happy with their service, but they always send out an inspector to make sure that everything is in working order before the warranty kicks in.
Now, this is a 10-year-old motorhome, and we fully expect things to be wrong on a new motorhome.
Right.
Especially a 10-year-old motorhome. And we knew that. All these things are quite minor. The major items like water intrusion and body damage, none of that existed. Those would have been deal breakers. But we're going to tell you, we'll go with the independent third-party inspector because he had everything that we found, the dealership found, the third dealership, and then as well as the wholesale warranty. So there were 19 flagged items. We're going to go through these in somewhat detail. Before we get into that, one of the things that the dealership did really good for us is that they cleaned the motorhome. But you know what they didn't use? They didn't use Release Cleaner, who is the sponsor of this video. And we're going to go outside to MJ's car to show you how well Release works. Look at this, guys. You see the drastic difference. This is what it's supposed to look like. This is what MJ's car normally looks like. You might be asking, how do we get like that, guys? We use a simple cleaner. We're going to take this opportunity to thank the sponsor of this video. It's going to be Release Cleaner. You can get results like this, guys, in seconds. And we did this before we came on camera. We purposely left the driver's side of this bumper dirty because we want to show you Release Cleaner, which is an all-in-one cleaning solution. Now, if you watched our channel, you know we've used Release many times, guys. It's safe on all surfaces, so paint, glass, wheels. It truly is an all-in-one cleaner. We use to clean our roof, jewelry.
You cleaned
shoes,
grease out of your jeans.
Grease out of my jeans. And people love when we do these live demonstrations. We're going to make this whole bumper look like the clean side. So the formula in Release, what it does, it associates with the dirt. I'm using it now with the foam dispenser. If you don't want to use a foam dispenser, you can also use a spray bottle. I'm going to show it over here quickly and spray on here. And I'm going to let it work for a couple of seconds. You can already see how it's working. It's associating with the dirt. What's nice about Release, guys, is that it's made in the USA. There's no sulfurs, dyes in it. And I think it's had enough time to work. So if you want to towel me, hon. If you want to... I didn't say throw a fastball at me.
That was lefty too, by the way.
To towel me. Why it's awesome, guys, when we're on the road, get all those bugs in front. But it's not only for RVs, guys. We're going to demonstrate how easy it is to use on a car or really anything. The results are the same. So this has been working for, I don't know, a minute or so. This is a clean towel, guys. It's just stained because we've used it so many times. But I'm just going to quickly wipe There's no camera tricks here, guys. I'm just going to show you how quickly and how easily this releases the dirt.
Ew.
There it is. So it's going to go one more time.
God, my car needed a clean.
Oh, her car's really bad.
So bad.
Just look over here. One-stop shopping, super easy. Look how easy that is to clean. I'm going to go one more time over here. Now, obviously, guys, this car is extremely dirty, so I'm going to have to just wipe it one more time. And just look, guys, how quickly that was to clean up. Super simple. Really a savior on the road if you just want a quick cleanup. You can get released in all different sizes. The most economical is going to be the 1 gallon concentrate. It's going to make 80 32-ounce bottles at the strongest solution, which is what I'm using here. It's a 1 part release to 20 part water. That's our preferred solution. It's going to cost you a little over $1 per bottle. So if you're on an RV and you want to carry a lot of bottles, just get that 1 gallon concentrate, 80 32-ounce bottles. So if you're interested in release cleaner, or if you used it, put in the comments below. That stuff's great. On our trip back, the 700 something miles back from South Carolina, first thing that when I got home, I was spraying the front with release because there were a lot of dead critters on there. So let's get some of the 19 flagged items. So the first one, we saw this when we were up on the roof. The sealant was old. You know, not everybody as meticulous as I was, but I knew that we had to reseal stuff. There was nothing, again, there was no signs of water intrusion, but it was just, that had to be addressed, and they picked that up. There was some roof seals that just had to be replaced.
And that has since been, you have been up there.
Yeah,
and
I actually redid a bunch of them, I did 16 tubes of Dicor.
I have a bunch right
another 25. Then I spotted some of the other ones, but I'm going to redo all the seals. And then we're hoping to have a new no maintenance roof put on in the very near future, because that is the best if you have a motorhome. The next thing that they found, the vent covers for the gray and black tank, it was missing vent covers. That's how we've changed ours like 2 or 3 times because they break down over time. Those are about $5 each. Again, we picked that up, no big deal.
The inspector also found that the front bay compartment door was not latching properly. So RV Max, of course, fixed that.
That was just a little adjustment that they had to fix that. The next thing, this came out fair. There was some cracking in the sidewall sealant, but it was down low. So like down by the side mounted radiator on the lower part of the slide, it was just some minor cracking. Again, we saw that on our inspection. I fixed that already. That's an easy fix. A couple of tubes of silicone and some scraping. Not a big deal. Next thing, again, not a big deal. Underneath on the chassis, there was surface rust. Now, this coach is very clean underneath. This was not through the snow, but surface, if you drive out, you're going to get some surface rust. I'll probably wind up doing some undercoating on it when I have some time. Completely expected, even on a new coach, really. This
one was new to what we didn't see this. The service center didn't see this, so the inspector caught this. Again, really glad we had this.
This one's weird, though, and we're going to explain.
It is. So the right rear hydraulic leveling leg. Well, he said there was residue, purple residue coming out of the leveler. The service center took it in. They actually took it back there. So RV Max, they brought it back there so they could have this fixed. They didn't see anything.
They couldn't recreate the
No, they said problem. It just looked like it was left over or whatever. When we brought it back, the wholesale warranties inspector saw it again. So it must have been just happening at the times that these inspectors were looking at it.
Now it's weird because we brought it back home. So we stayed at a Harvest Host on the way up, put the levelers, no residue. We bring it home, levelers up and down, no residue.
So yeah.
However, RV Max, they were going to have it fixed, but we just couldn't stay. So they said, go to your local guy. He's going to rebuild the whole thing for us. They're going to pay for it. He said, just let us know. We'll Venmo you the money. The levelers work. It's just once in a while spitting out some hydraulic fuel in this right. We haven't been able to replicate that ourselves, but thankfully the inspector saw it, so that's being taken care of. Next couple of ones, 2 of the front clearance lights are out. Very easy fix. I'll order those from Newmar. When it's nice out, I'll change those. One of the LED strips in the lower bay compartments is out. Again, this is a super minor.
All little things.
10-year-old cars are very minor. This is not even stuff that we want to fix. This is silly stuff. This is very easy stuff.
Fix this. The next one.
That's a big one. The next
one. This was not a deal breaker, but it had to be fixed before we picked up the coach, and it can affect how we travel. So this coach is an all-electric coach. It has the Oasis system. This was not functioning properly. So on our inspection, when we first went, turn the water, see if we can get hot water. There was no hot water.
No heat.
Nothing. So RV Max brought it in for service and they needed a part.
Need a new pump.
New pump, yes. So they were able to fix it. It took a while. They were very busy there, but they were able to fix it. It is functioning. We have hot water. We have
furnace works.
Yes.
Everything works.
So we're good.
The next one we didn't pick up and the service center didn't pick up. It's the induction cooktop. The right-hand burner was working. The left-hand burner was not. And RV Max was able to replicate that. They ordered a brand new one. Put it in. Again, easy fix, but they dealt with that. So we have a brand new.
Again, the inspector found it.
So there's a brand new induction cooktop for us. This one, used to happen sometimes in our base store, and it's weird. The dash radio, it works. I feel like it's something with the amplifier because I was running it home and it was working. And then after about 20 minutes, the radio stays on, but no sound comes off, which means to me that like the amplifier is putting the sound is not working. I hate those radios anyway. I'm probably just going to wind up changing the head unit because they just don't put good radios from the factory, unfortunately. That's not a deal breaker for us. I'm not even asking RV Max to deal with that because we're just going to put our own head unit in.
The next one was a small panel of wood headed right into the bedroom area.
Corner strip.
Yep, right on the end there. And it was just loose. It was sticking out. So we actually already fixed that ourselves.
Finishing nails.
Yeah, I mean, we'll kind of fix it up, but just temporarily to keep it. But again, these are the things that you find on used coaches. And a lot of people would, nitpick, oh, this is bad, that's bad. These are not deal breakers on an older motorhome. Like these are things we expect. Again, we were looking for those deal breakers and luckily we didn't find any.
Next thing was going to be one of the courtesy lights. You can turn on courtesy lights down on the floor area, almost like an airplane, like the aisle lights. One of them is out. Not a deal breaker. Again, I don't even want that repaired. We can deal with that. Yep. That's a couple dollars. That's not a big deal. Next thing we picked up, because we were stuck our heads like close into small places, we did find some mouse droppings. They looked old because there was really no signs of it anywhere other than somewhere really far back behind the sink. They cleaned it up and then there was no other signs since then. We haven't seen any. So I think this was just old. It was on the dealership lot for some time. And those things, we've seen those in new coaches. Yep. So there was no signs of damage to wiring. That was a big thing for us. So the chassis center as well as the inspector, they checked that. And we checked, we didn't see any signs of damage to wiring and everything seems to be functioning, but it's all been cleaned out since then. And we have been foaming and
blocking any holes.
Yeah, I think I found where they were coming in. I think that's where it was coming in. That's been sealed off.
This one was a deal breaker.
That's a big one.
One of the TV remotes was missing batteries. Done, we're out. Anyway, no, that was not a big deal. All the TVs work beautifully, and that was obviously just an easy fix.
What I need to figure out is when we get our roof done, getting that satellite dish off the roof. I want it out. I want the Wallies out and just start setting it up for streaming. That's not the inspection, but that's kind of my thing. So that's what was found through 4 inspections.
Yes, and we were thrilled. Again, we push inspections a lot. Now, a lot of people aren't going to do their own, but we wanted to do those 2, especially. The wholesale warranties was kind of separate, but they backed up what we had seen already. It's so important. People say, I got a coach and I didn't have it inspected, and they're lucky, because we've done that in the past too. But this inspector found things that needed to be addressed, and the most important thing was that everything that was found, RV Max took care of. So
what did this wind up costing us? The third-party inspector was what, $995, and then the one for the chassis was $895. So we were under $2,000. The hydraulic, the induction cooktop, the Oasis. Definitely. Yep. I know the Oasis job. We got the bill. I think it was $800 just for that, and then the induction was like almost $300, and this hydraulic one's probably going to cost $300 to $400. Oh, the other thing that they picked up, I'm sorry, it didn't show on the third-party inspector. It did show on the chassis inspector. The washer was not working properly. They picked that up. We're getting a new washer. We ordered it, and RV Max, they're going to put it together, the washer as well as the hydraulic jack. The washer was $1,250. Yeah. We're just going to put a new washer in. So it paid for itself. Paid for itself and then some, because we didn't test a washer. It was just worth the money. The wholesale warranty didn't charge us because that's part of them when they do the coverage. We thought it was worth it, and the information we found was pretty good, and it's going to help us next time when we get our next motorhome, really where to start looking a little bit more. A couple of things that we learn and we recommend for anybody using a third-party inspector. The big thing is that the dealership and the inspector should be a team, as well as the buyer, all working together to get things resolved.
This inspector had done prior inspections at RV Max. They knew each other. They were welcomed with open arms, and they were wonderful in communication with us, with the dealer. They were willing to go because actually the coach was at the chassis place getting repaired. The inspector was going to go there and inspect if he needed to, whatever. It just kind of was like a well-oiled machine, and it really helped us get the results that we were looking for, and we felt like we were in really good hands.
Right, the same thing with the service center. They give us their report of what they found, and then we got the one from the third-party inspector. We can compare, obviously, if two inspectors found the same thing is an issue. And then we could also compare that with the wholesale warranty report, plus what we saw. We got a really good picture of this motorhome. Now, was everything caught? I mean, we don't know, right?
Yeah, you never know. Yeah.
There's only so much you can do, and then at some point, you just gotta go for it. But
and now we're having another inspection currently.
we did take it to our local diesel mechanic, who's amazing.
Yeah.
And we're just having to do a full run through of the chassis and just checking everything. We do have service records. RV Max changed the oil right before it gave us the receipt. It was like $600 for an oil change. There was an Oasis system. We have receipts for all of that. But regarding like belts and air dryers and all that, they look new, but we don't know. We don't have
dates exactly.
We have our guy looking at it. Then probably in the fall, we'll probably go down to the Freightliner Service Center down in Gaffney and just have them look through everything to make sure everything is good. And then we can we'll have our list of things in our time frame. That way we can continue the maintenance of it.
Let's just say though, this is a learning curve for
100%.
us. We are learning
a learning curve
every day. When you jump from a gas to a diesel motorhome, it's a big change.
So you just put gas in and change the oil. It's pretty simple. There's far less things going on.
Yep.
And this is a learning curve. We do want to take the Freightliner class and a couple other classes. We're actually going up to Dave's RV Center that sells only Newmars. He's kind enough to say, come up here. I'll give you. They've been selling Newmars for 40 years.
Yeah, we like Dave. We're just going to go hang out. Show him the
come up
coach.
here and you're going to walk through what you should be looking for because he has great experience with it. And that's very nice of him. Learning just like when we first got our base star.
The more we can get, the more knowledge just is from everywhere is going to be helpful for us.
In the comments below, if you bought a motorhome RV, did you get a third-party inspection? Did you get 4 inspections? Probably not. We were over the top.
Oh, boy.
I want your feedback. Was it worth the money for you? If you want to share what you paid, not for us, but for other ones out there, so they should know what they're going to be paying. Put it down below. If you like videos like this, to the left of us, we'll put our RV buying tips playlist. We'll also put our RV tours playlist. And for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime. And we'll see you on the road.